Shalom. It is Thanksgiving week, so currently we are walking to a grocery store because we're going to attempt to eat at home, because that is a rare occurrence for us. But thought, well, we're celebrating Thanksgiving without family this year in New York City, so probably should make some home-cooked things.
Yeah, some Thanksgiving-esque foods, which I have never done before, but...
Yeah. But Sarah was an adult, made a list, and we're gonna go to the grocery store.
A real-life grocery list. Doesn't happen very often. It's just a hassle to buy all those things. Ugh.
It's not a hassle to buy it, it's a hassle to like sit there and make it all.
Yeah, but one of these days, when we're super rich, the first thing I'm gonna do is hire my own personal chef.
I agree. If I was rich, I don't mind cleaning my own house.
Yeah.
And doing my own laundry, whatever, like.
I just want someone to cook for me.
I definitely do not want to do the cooking.
To plan my meals. I hate meal planning. Anybody out there who has any sort of tips for meal planning for vegetarians, it would be greatly appreciated because I am the worst.
But we're gonna try out Morton Williams. We've never been here before, but it was a lot closer than
Trader
Joe's or the other grocery stores. We're really close to a Whole Foods, but we wanted to try and see if there was anywhere maybe a little bit cheaper.
I mean, you can't buy like good stuff at Whole Foods.
Well, you can buy really good stuff, just not name brand stuff.
That's what I mean. You can just buy healthy stuff.
Yeah. So.
And it's Thanksgiving week. We need snacks. This is why I don't make things that have like multiple ingredients, because this one thing I'm making for Thanksgiving requires flaxseed. When am I ever going to use flaxseed again? I don't need this whole thing, but it doesn't come in a smaller package. It's so dumb.
For any of you wondering about New York prices, I just checked a gallon of milk and it's $4.50, and this carton of eggs is $2.60. I don't know how that compares to
we never
other places.
shopped when we were in Tulsa, so.
But just so you can compare, there you go. $63 later, and got 4 meals out of it. But one of those is Thanksgiving, like, extra stuff.
Yeah, like flaxseed.
Yeah, a bunch of extra, like, baking things that we had to buy in bulk because they don't have small versions of it. But these shopping bags are really heavy, so I'm gonna put this camera up so I can actually use both hands. It's starting to rain, so this may be a terrible idea, but we're gonna take the train up to 5th Avenue and check out all of the holiday window displays, because we heard that they're all up now. So starting to get to Christmas time.
Lights are being strung in trees, holiday displays.
Lists are being checked. But
it is drizzling. So we'll see how it goes.
Sarah loves a good discharge. It's not raining, but the trains are all wonky, and we ended up getting out 3 avenues away from where we actually need to be, so we got a bit of a walk. However, we are gonna walk by the Radio City Christmas tree, because I can see it from here, and also walking right through Times Square.
That was unplanned.
Also, it looks like they're growing cabbages. Since we have a bit of a walk, I can use this time to tell you about something interesting that happened yesterday. I worked a conference with NYU TV, and it was an animal consciousness conference, and it was all day long. Most of it was pretty boring, but there was a few talks that were really interesting, and one of them was about whether fish feel pain or not. And there were 3 different speakers. One person who showed a lot of evidence that fish do feel pain, one person that said that evidence is true, but gave all the reasons why he doesn't think that that evidence actually is sufficient enough to say that fish feel pain. And then a third person that basically was saying that both of those arguments are valid enough that he can't actually decide whether fish feel pain or not. I would say after listening to all of those talks, I came away thinking, why does it matter? And 2, I think they probably feel pain. But what do you guys think? Do you think that fish feel pain, or do they not?
Seems like an insignificant conversation, but an interesting one.
Yes, it's very interesting. Also, here's some more cabbages. Look at these cabbages. So that was something that happened yesterday that was pretty interesting. One really funny part is one guy, he was arguing whether fish feel pain or not, and somebody asked him if he thought dogs feel pain, and he said, well, that depends on how you define pain, so they defined it for him, and he said, well, yes or no, do you think dogs feel pain? And he said, no. And the whole crowd was just like, got pretty heated for a second.
But
it's like, if you want to talk about fish having pain, that's one thing, but if you talk about my dog not feeling pain, you gotta step back.
Humans have a very real, visceral connection to dogs, and dogs to owners, like we talked about a couple vlogs ago. But anyways, let us know in the comments if you think that fish feel pain or if animals have consciousness. It's a pretty interesting conversation. But we are now in Radio City, so let's check out some Christmas. I don't really know what this is, but there's also like a really big street fair going on. Lots of food, but it looks like pop-up shops as well. Yeah. Like local vendors.
I don't know, the only thing I saw was fried Oreos. Here's the tree. Isn't it beautiful?
They're decorating it right now.
All of that scaffolding is around the tree, multiple levels for people decorating the Christmas tree.
Yeah, it's insane.
That is insane. Car is the only Christmas I need.
Okay. It's starting to rain.
But right here is Bergdorf Goodman's, where they have the famous window displays. So here's some shots of all of those. I just realized while we're over here, we're actually really close to Central Park, so we're gonna go look at the other Ai Weiwei sculpture that we haven't seen yet, because there's the big one at Washington Square Park, but on the southeast corner of Central Park, there's another Ai Weiwei art piece that we're gonna check out right now. Ai Weiwei made this particular piece to convey the sense of the luxury of Fifth Avenue, but then also the feeling of confinement, is what the plaque said. If you want to take a horse carriage ride, it costs $55 for the first 20 minutes.
But don't do it, because these horses should not have to do this.
Yes.
I find it very upsetting.
Are you saying that horses were not made for New York City?
Surprisingly, yes, that's what I'm saying.
Hot take.
I mean, do they still have horse cops?
think so, in Central Park.
In Central Park?
According to Elf.
According to Elf.
It's still rainy and cold, so I think we're gonna call it on seeing all this stuff right now. But don't you worry your pretty little mind. We are definitely gonna come back when it's closer to Christmas and darker, and we'll show you all of the prettiness.
Yes.
If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe. If you are not, I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on my channel.
Yes. Tuesdays and Thursdays on mine.
But that's it for today. We'll see you in the next one.